Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on Q2, Montana's news leader.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Andrea Lutz in for Russ and Janelle. Big ticket spending being addressed tonight at the Billings City Council. Chances are you're going to be impacted by a few of the items in what counselors are calling a capital improvement plan. The plan will serve as a roadmap for infrastructure improvements over the next several years. Now, those changes are set to improve urban life by building an aquatic center and upgrade things such as the airport, of course, to make air travel a little more efficient. There is a lot of moving parts to this $462 million plan to upgrade Billings. Q2's Mitch Legge is here to break it all down ahead of tonight's meeting. Mitch.
Andrea, now $462 million is a lot of money, but it's not going to be spent all at once. The plan hopes to fund 120 projects between the years of 2020 through 2024. Some projects planned to start in 2020 include improvements to the Billings-Logan International Airport, costing $50.5 million through 2024, construction of a South Billings Aquatics and Recreation Center, costing $26.06 million. Now, the city bought the land for that facility back in October of 2018. And a police evidence facility expansion with a $3.8 million price tag, much needed because police are crammed in their current facility, and water and wastewater replacement costing $8.7 million. Now, at the meeting that started at 5:30 tonight, the council will hear from the citizens of Billings about what they have to say about the capital improvement plan. Andrea?
All right, Mitch, thanks. So after years of work to implement real ID licenses and ID cards in our state, there's some information regarding Montana's compliance to tell you about tonight. The Department of Homeland Security says the state is now officially compliant. Q2's Samantha Sullivan joining us now with what you need to know about getting a real ID. Sammy.
Well, Andrea, the first thing that's important to note, you do not need a real ID. These enhanced licenses are optional, but come October of 2020, you will no longer be able to get on a commercial flight or enter a federal building with just your standard Montana driver's license. Instead, you would have to use a passport or other form of approved identification. For those interested in getting a real ID, here are some things that you should know first. First, the process is pretty similar to just your normal license renewal. You make an appointment at the DMV like normal. You'll have to make sure you have some specific documents with you, though, including an identifying document like a birth certificate or passport, your social security card, and documents to prove residency, which can be something as simple as a utility bill or a piece of mail. The other change, it will cost more than just a license renewal. If you are up for a license renewal soon, it will be an additional $25 plus those regular licensing fees. If you're not up for a license renewal in the near future, but you still want a real ID, you will have to pay $50 plus those regular licensing fees. Of course, for more information on the Real ID process, you can head to their website. That's mtrealid.org. Andrea?
All right, Sammy, thanks for that. Happening right now, law enforcement busy investigating 2 active police scenes today in north central Montana. We do have limited information to tell you about at this hour, but we are being told it is a standoff situation. One of those incidents is in Kevin, Montana, the other in Shelby. Officers were on scene at those locations since before 11 o'clock this morning, and we are told that the incident has forced law enforcement to block off some streets, of course, to ensure public safety. The Great Falls High Risk Unit has been brought in to help with this ongoing situation, and authorities say this has become a matter of protecting both the public and first responders, including those with the Toole County Sheriff's Office. Now, of course, this story is developing. If you do want some more information, you can always check back at ktvq.com for the latest details. Some new details surrounding a rollover crash where a woman was seriously injured. Police say the vehicle was stolen before it was crashed. All of this happening on Highway 87 on Sunday at around 3:30 p.m. Police identified the drivers, 27-year-old Taryn Tenbear, and she was taken to a Billings hospital after being ejected. Police are still investigating what led to the crash, but they say that red Cadillac Escalade, it was indeed stolen. New information on the recovery of a Missoula shooting victim who was shot 8 times during a road rage incident in March. This is the same series of shootings that also injured Montana Highway Patrol Trooper Wade Palmer. We're talking about Casey Blanchard, though. He continues to recover and is now in rehab. He was shot in the left arm, the chest, spine, abdomen, and both legs. After 10 surgeries, he continues to recover and make progress. Now, back on March 14th, Blanchard got out of his vehicle to check on a motorist he thought needed assistance. Blanchard was one of 4 victims in that series of shootings near Missoula. Shelley Hayes died from his injuries, and Montana Highway Patrol Trooper Wade Palmer continues to recover at a Utah hospital. An Arlie man still in jail facing charges for that crime. We want to tell you, though, about a fundraiser to help these victims. So all of the Montana Buffalo Wild Wing locations in our state are going to be donating 20% of their proceeds on May 13th to the victims. So you're going to want to get online and download a coupon, is what we're being told. You can find that coupon by going to our website, ktvq.com. Today, the Montana legislature, Governor Steve Bullock, is sending 3 bills to the chopping block, including a proposal to exempt additional Social Security income from state income taxes. Well, Montana couples earning up to $32,000 a year generally pay no state income taxes on their Social Security benefits. Well, Governor Bullock vetoed that bill that would have asked to increase that threshold to $60,000. Bullock said the tax cut would cost the state $36 million over the next 2 years. In addition, he says it would jeopardize critical services for low-income senior citizens. The sponsor of the bill says he thinks seniors on fixed incomes need a tax break. We do want to let you know that Bullock also vetoed a bill requiring families to seek unpaid child support before getting food stamps. And then there's another one that was also vetoed. That one was a bill to make it a felony to give false information to a police officer. Okay, so we're turning to the weather right now. It was a nice dousing of rain this weekend. Probably did wonders for your lawn.
Oh, yeah, mine's greening up already. Yeah.
So is mine, but we're curious just how much rain, though, recently.
Yeah, a lot of places really got hammered pretty heavy. Even here in Billings, we got a little bit, but other places, my goodness, take a look at some of these figures. Look at that, 2.16 inches of rain southeast of Livingston, about 6 miles southeast of Livingston. Near Reed Point had 1.83 inches of rainfall. By the way, McLeod had 1.71 inches. Red Lodge reported 1.31 inches, and Red Lodge Mountain had a couple of inches of snow on top of that. Miles City, they reported 0.98 inches of rain. Here in the Billings area at the airport, they reported 0.26. Just a little over quarter inch of rain fell this weekend in the Billings area, so that's why everybody's yard starting to green up a little bit. We do get a little break from the action. We'll talk more about that coming up, and also more rain on the horizon, maybe even a thunderstorm. We'll chat about that in a few more minutes. Andrea?
Okay, Bob, we're looking forward to it. Well, a Billings High School student is hoping her small business will encourage others to also embark on their own entrepreneur dreams, and she recently won a major business achievement. Q2's Zoe Zandora, she's showing us her winning product.
Losing your chapstick, something we can all relate to. Well, Catherine Brower's business 406 Lips can offer you a solution. A solution good enough to be picked out of 87 participants as the winner of Montana Teenpreneur.
I mean, you could go into a normal job and you can fail, so entrepreneur, it's just a different type of job where you're in charge of what you do and you're in charge of your success or failure.
Catherine creates lip balm holders made out of trendy fabrics, a way to keep you attached to your chapstick and just clip it on and go.
We got our first idea and it ended up having the clip fall off, so we had to figure out a way to make that work.